Namaste. Good evening, everyone out there. This is Destiny on this beautiful Tuesday afternoon. I am back again. It is January 7th, 2020, and I am back on the platform of Book Me. You see, Book Me. Now, I began this platform about a week and a half ago, and I did my first book review. I shared that book. It was titled My Many Cover Days, and it was phenomenal. If I had to say it myself, I really enjoyed the book. I got so much out of the little book. It was life changing to me. It taught me a whole new level of learning how to manage my life in any given situation, no matter what it may look like, what the circumstances may be, whether my days are up or down, inside out. it was very good book. I gave my summary on that book, my many color days. So you can go back and you can look for a book me, and that was my first review, my first beginning of that platform. I am back. Now, one thing I want to mention, I did the first review and I shared my book, and I've asked you all out there if y'all was joining with me, those who have a passion and interest in reading different books and sharing what you read, and I did not get any responses, no replies. No one uploaded me their summary or comment and gave me any feedback. No one shared any of their books, and that's all fine with me. I just, I just felt that this would be a grand opportunity where we can build new relationships, where we can share our same like interests with books, and we could just have a community where we can all come together and express ourselves, share our new information and knowledge, and this is through books. And I thought that would be a great opportunity for us to be able to grow in different knowledge and different books and things that we may have not learned. But that's okay. I am back. I have a second book. And the book today is here. I hope y'all see that. You see? Stress is a choice. 10 rules to simplify your life. And that fell in my hands. And I said, this is very amazing. So I'm going to take this, I'm not going to read the entire book. I'm just going to give you a brief overview of the book. And then I'm going to post a link where you can go purchase this book if you're interested. And then I'm going to give you a brief summary of what this book really means to me, and how this book could be a life-changing book for anyone out there who is looking for ways to be able to overcome stressful situations and stressful moments. So let's get into this book, and I'm not going to read it all. So this is my second book on the Book Me platform community. So guys, here we are. This is a book, and it's by David Zerfoss. See it real close. I want y'all to get this book. Excited. Okay? Stress is a choice, and I've been doing a lot of talking about situations and different things of how we are to be able to control our lives, because we have choices to choose the life that we want to live, the lifestyle, and all of that. So the first rule, and they're giving you 10 rules. And the first rule, number 1, is spot that sprout. So what they mean by spot that sprout, I mean, sometimes, those sprouts are those little tiny small things that go unseen. But we have to get up a closer view of things in our lives to find the situation, that little spot, that little sprout that we may not see at our first look or our second, maybe our third look, we may overlook it, but we have to get a close up look at everything in our lives so we can be able to spot those little situations that comes in our life. And so that was the first rule, spot the sprout. And I thought that was simple. I'm not going to read it all because I want you out there, guys, if you purchase this book, to be able to get this book in your hand and read it for yourself. And I don't want to spoil all the great details. But this is wonderful. This is all this is saying. Spot the sprout. You're looking for the missing things in life, things that sometimes go unseen, things that sometimes we just don't see it. It'd be right there under our nose, right in front of our face, but sometimes we are not center focused and we really, allow those key important things just go right past us. So we have to pay more attention. We have to spot the sprout. And that's what that is talking about. That's rule number 1. Give your stress wings and let it fly away. That is good. Then we come to rule number 2. Carve out time. And that means sometimes, we got to stop. And we got to make that special time for our individual selves. We give so much time to everything else that comes in our lives. Or sometimes we go outside of looking for things. But we got to stop trying to be multitaskers and trying to be Superman and Superwoman and trying to do everything. Like I always say, become be me. Be yourself. Be who you are, who you want to be. Spend time on you. And I've learned that we can do anything, but we can't do everything. At least not at the same time. So think of your priorities, not in terms of what activities you do, but when you do them. Timing is everything. Rule number 2. Carve out your time. Time for you. And that is very important. And I thought that was very interesting. And then we come to rule number 3. Produce the numbers. Reduce the numbers. You have succeeded in life when all you really want is only what you really need. Sometimes we just piled up stuff on top of stuff, things on top of things. We bring in so many people in our lives. We clutter our lives and we just overdo things in such a way sometimes that we get lost, and our purpose and our dreams and our passions, our goals all get lost in the number of things that we allow to take up our time and our space. So we have to reduce that number. And like I said, just a very small summary of this here. Reduce the complexity of life by eliminating the needless wants of life and the labors of life. Reduce themselves. And that is something. In each one of these key points, they do have some questions that they will ask you at the end of each rule. And that may be something that you can read later. Let me go to rule number 4. Go forward by going backwards. That's rule number 4. See that? Okay? And that is talking about the further backwards you can look, the further forward that you are likely to see. What it's saying ain't telling you go back and live in your past. It's just telling you that sometimes we gotta just take a brief little look over situations that we have already have overcome or we have been in, so we can know how to propel ourselves forward, so we can get a better look and access the life that we have. Maybe that's why we bumped up against things that's blocking us or hindering us to move forward, because we have not looked back at the things that has kept us under the pressure or kept us out of the reach of reaching our present time and present moment, because we were on the way to our present moment and in hope to reach our future. So go forward by going backwards. And I thought that was pretty phenomenal. And let me see, there's some questions here. Life must be understood backwards, but it must be lived forward. Okay? And that was rule number 4. And then rule number 5. Leave the past behind. And we know what that is all about. You know, like I said, you cannot walk into your now moment or the future trying to hang on to your past. I like the dreams of the future better than the history of the past. The past is something that you've already lived. Only thing you can take out of your past are the lessons that you have lived through through the past, so you can learn those lessons now in your present moment. So we have to leave the past behind. And that's rule number 4. No man is rich enough to buy back his past. So that was rule number 5. And let's move on to rule number 6. Choose to be a victor. Choose to be a victor. Life is the sum of all of your choices. We got to choose to be victorious. We got to choose to be the hero in our lives. And we got to make sure that we're doing the things where people can know that, hey, that's a conqueror there. And we got to show our greatest self at all times, our power and our strength. And that's why I said we choose to be a victor. We didn't have to lay down and allow all these little things, and sometimes they overwhelming things come in our lives to take away our power and our strength. We got to see ourselves as the victor. We're not victim or victimized by circumstance or situation. When circumstances, people, or in illness threaten to get you down, remember, you'll always have a choice in how you react. And then you just deal with the situation. You choose to confront the challenges head on, no matter how serious they are. You choose your friends along the way wisely too. They will just be there just when you need them, supporting and encouraging you to choose to lead a powerful life, one as a victor. And I like rule number 6. Rule number 7, discover your magnetism. You're a magnet. You're supposed to be drawing things to you. That's how you're supposed to live your life. You're always drawing things to you. And you make sure when you're drawing things, you draw things that is like with the power that you are. You're drawing things with that same power. Plant the seed of desire in your mind, and it forms a nucleus with power to attract to itself everything needed for its fulfillment. So you have to attract the things that is needed in your life. Those are things that you want to discover through your magnetism, okay? And we always create first. When we create something, we always create first in a thought form. If we are basically positive in attitude, expecting and envision pleasure, satisfaction, and happiness, then we will attract and create people, situations, events, which conform to our positive expectations. So what I'm saying in this rule, that we have to attract things that is positive, things that is what we need to propel us to continue moving to our greater and higher self. Discover your magnetism and choose carefully what you say, what you think, and what you do. Attract those people and things that will carry you forward to the desired state, one you truly deserve, and choose to achieve no matter what. Okay, you are a magnet. You got to see yourself as a magnet. Then look at rule number 8. Rule number 8, we're getting all rid of all that stress. Get outdoors. Now, y'all know how Destiny feel about outdoors. Get out into nature. Go out and you just do some grounding. Take off them shoes, those socks. Put your feet down in the ground, in the gravel, in the grass, in the dirt, whatever it is. You need some grounding. Nature is calling you out there. You guys know I do a lot of talking about that. That's rule number 8. Get outdoors into Mother Earth, into Mother Gaia. touch trees, hug trees, talk to some birds. I mean, you got to communicate with nature. In wilderness, I sense the miracle of life, and behind it, our scientific accomplishments. It fade into the trivia. I'm telling you, you're not living until you touch the heart of Mother Earth. And we have to do this practically every day. Every day. The great outdoors provide more than just beautiful scenery and a wealth of raw materials. Its true riches have been known for centuries. When we get outdoors, we can draw on these riches to guide us through whatever comes our way. And I always tell you, when I get out into nature, that's where I find my power. That's where I find my strength. That's where I find my joy, my peace, my happiness. I feel so totally, absolutely complete, like nothing can stop me, nothing can hurt me. It's just being outdoors, out there in the Mother Nature, just touching the heart of the earth, because that is where we were all created from, the heart of Mother Earth. And so that is important. Climb up on some high hill at sunrise. Everybody needs perspective once in a while, and then you'll find it there. This is just being out into nature, and that is awesome. Then let's move on to rule number 9. Be less iffy. And that's a good one. We are about a lot of if I coulda, if I shoulda, if I was, or if I couldn't, if iffies. We can be less iffy, guys. Be less iffy. If only I would have done this. If only I could have did that. If only I was there. This iffies. Rule number 9, be less iffies. If only. Those must be the 2 saddest words in the world. I hope y'all heard that. If only. Those 2 words must be the saddest words in the whole entire world. Don't be a iffy, okay? Life is lived here and now. Often we already have what we need, yet we look right past it, hoping for something else to come our way. When one door closes, another opens. But we often look so long and so regretfully upon the closed door that we do not see the one which has opened for us. And we are standing there talking about if, well, I should have, I could have, I would have, if I only had more money, if I could only own my own house, if I had kids when I was much younger, if I would have had my kids a later in time in my life, if I only had a bigger house. Iffies. Be less iffy. Be less iffy. It's just a 2-letter word, but it's one that stops our growth and holds us back. When we if our lives away, we are giving away our power. We create a reason and excuse for why we are not happy, why we are not fulfilled and enriched with what we have today. And that is something that we really need to check out, those 2-letter words. If. That is a great, interesting chapter. That's a chapter. That rule number 9 is going to be awesome too. And then rule number 10 is your last rule. Rule number 10. Make it a purpose to know your purpose. And I talk a lot about finding out your true purpose, your divine purpose that Creator God created for you to walk on this planet, in this journey. Number 10, the last one. Make it a purpose to know your purpose. The purpose of life is a life of purpose. And you all guys, I don't have to get into this, because we definitely need to know who we are. And to understand and know who we are, our true divine self, our authentic self, our greater and higher self, we really got to plug in with our true divine purpose that Creator God has created for us to be. When we are on purpose, we are at our best. We are in the zone. We feel energized. We have meaning. When we are off purpose, we can become so stressed. And that's where a lot of our stress is coming from because we don't know who we are. We don't know what we are here for. We don't know what we are supposed to be doing in our journey. And we don't even know our divine purpose while we on this earth. We don't know anything about ourselves. And that's where all the stress comes in at. And that's rule number 10. The book tells the tale of a person in search of his purpose in life. He meets a series of mentors who gave him a bit of help along the way to discover his purpose. It's a soulful book that makes us realize that we each have the power to become a navigator instead of a floater and chart our course in life, mapped out around our own true purpose, our own authentic self. Make it a purpose to discover and live your purpose. Life will start to take on new meaning and become one that touches, moves, and inspires not only you, but for many others. And that was the 10 rules. That was the 10 rules. Get this book. I'm going to post the link where you can purchase this book at. And I will post my summary. If you're really interested in joining this community, Book Me platform community, it's like our book club. We're sharing books and different books and authors so we can learn new books and knowledge and information. Drop that book in the comment box, the name of the author of the book, and give us a brief summary. Then tell us why this book will be life-changing. Then tell us how this book has encouraged your life, transformed your life, or changed your life in some way. That's it. I'm out. This is our second book. I will be posting this later. On that further note, guys, I'm out of here. This is Destiny. Namaste. And don't forget, book me. Thank you, guys. Namaste. And have a wonderful night. And I'll see you at the next video.